Hit Cops trying to shake his hand. Andrew Ayres and an APM takes third place, Cattermole fourth, Brian Johnson fifth, and Peter Dearden making a good recovery for sixth. Quickly then on to 125 PNR, the piston or reed valve induction engines, and the carts leave the holding area, following and lining up behind the pace car. And round, pace car pulled off, round to the start line. 35 carts here, and off they go. Down to Cops, and who's it going to be? They're all jockeying. And I think it's Gary Needham. Yeah, Needham slingshot past into the lead, and up towards Beckett's. It's Needham, Clark, John Riley on cart number 2. Just look at them pouring round the Beckett's apex. And Needham's in the lead. Paul Bateman second. Malcolm Clark coming out for a look. Yes, Malcolm Clark's got second at Cops. Gary Needham's got away though. Back up towards Beckett's. Gary Needham now dominating the race, well ahead. Paul Bateman goes back into second place. Malcolm Clark down to third. Back down to Brooklands. Needham in the lead. In fact, he's never been out of the lead. Malcolm Clark in second. This has been one of the fastest growing classes in karts, especially in the short circuit scene. The 125 PNRs have become very, very popular. We've even got a couple of drivers entered in this and in another class. Malcolm Clark was one of them, and he's in second place. He won one of the heats. Paul Bateman took the other. But Carol Hume, known as Turtle Hume, he took the pre-final and got pole position for this. Malcolm Clark a little wide, but Gary Needham well in the lead now. Gary Needham followed by Malcolm Clark and Paul Bateman in third. Side by side, they go into Luffield 1 with Carol Hume right on their tail. Over the line again. These three battling for second. What a tremendous race for second. And one of them wasn't very happy there. Carol Hume now takes second. Bateman just touched the curb. But Gary Needham well away in the lead. Doesn't look like anyone can touch him today. Paul Bateman second. Malcolm Clark battling hard to get back on terms. Here's the three of them coming up to Beckett's. Very, very close indeed. But it seems like Paul Bateman's there in second place. As we watch for them on the Beckett's hairpin. Midfield runners piling round. And that was Mike Coombs taking up the tail end of the midfield, but Gary Needham in the lead, well in the lead now. But the battle goes on for second place. It's a very, very close thing between Paul Bateman, Carol Hume and Malcolm Clark. Passing a back marker. Down to Cops again. It's Malcolm Clark in second. Gary Needham's well away now. Still the battle for second. Oh, Bateman was not pleased there at all with that back marker as he came through Beckett's. Gary Needham, relaxed, driving impeccably this afternoon at Silverstone. Round Luffield 1, Luffield 2. And it's Gary Needham alights the flag victory, and he's Anderson Minarelli 3 seconds ahead of Carol Hume, who crosses the line exactly the same time as Malcolm Clark's F1 Honda. John Riley takes 4th, Paul Bateman in 5th. What a race for 2nd. These karts are just so exciting. Next, the 125 opens. The anything goes 125cc class. Number 1, Malcolm Crowe, won both heats, but Roy Patterson on 7 won the pre-final, so takes pole position. Also in the front row is Andy Fleming and Andrew Hamilton. And round they come, watching for the green light, and the green light's on, and they're off. They're off. The pack thunders down towards Copse, and who's in the lead? I think it's Paul Machin in the lead. It's Paul Machin leading, and there's a couple of spinners there. We've got Bob Blight and Martin Baker, but they both get away again as the pack thunders up towards Maggots. And now we have Andy Fleming. Andy Fleming dives out, number 17, round the Beckett's apex, and he's grabbed the lead this time. So it's Andy Fleming, followed by Paul Cook in 55. Still Andy Fleming in the lead. Malcolm Crowe's in there as well in number 1, playing a watching game at the moment. Round into Luffield 1. Yes, Andy Fleming still in the lead, followed by Paul Cook, Paul Crowe, but Paul Cook's making a bid. And as they come down to Copse once more, it's Malcolm Crowe. He's dived out of the slipstream late in the brakes. Round Copse in the lead, but can he hold it? Because he'll have lost a little bit of pace coming out of the corner. And indeed it looks like Andy Fleming. Yeah, Andy Fleming takes the lead again at Beckett's, but Malcolm Crowe's held 2nd. 5 karts now broken away, and as we go down the club straight, it could be any one of them. Now this time round, it's Andrew Hamilton this time. Coming round Luffield 2, he's got a couple of 2 or 3 lengths advantage. Andrew Hamilton in the lead. Malcolm Crowe dives out again, and again he's late in the brakes. He takes the lead. That's Paul Hill that's out. Andy Fleming, followed by Paul Machin and Malcolm Crowe. No, Roy Patterson's in 3rd. This time Malcolm Crowe's been dumped to the back of the pack. Andy Fleming at Copse. Malcolm Crowe 2nd. No, Malcolm Crowe's at the back this time, but he's winding his way back up again. As Paul Machin still in the lead. It's such a tremendous race, this. It must be the best one of the day. It's a fantastic dice for the lead amongst these half-dozen karts. Paul Machin round Brooklands. No, I think Andy Fleming's taking it again. As they go round Luffield 2, someone's lining up for another look. It's Paul Machin lining up at Woodcote, and he spins through. It's Machin, Fleming. I think Crowe was in there too. Andy Fleming takes the lead again at Copse. Down they come again to Brooklands. This is really the best race of the day so far. They're so close, these 4-wheeled karts. 125cc engines. Nobody's getting away. Down to Copse. This time Paul Machin still in the lead. Roy Patterson 2nd, I think. And Machin's, he's pulled out a few kart lengths this time. He might just have broken the toe from the others. He could have broken the toe. Round they come, into Woodcote. For the last time, and It's Paul Matchin leads, wins the race from Andy Fleming on his laser, then Malcolm Crowe and another Anderson, Roy Patterson and a Stratus, and fifth was the erstwhile leader Andrew Hamilton. Coming out from the holding area for the 250 national final is Simon Babington, Chris Stoney, Stephen Webb on pole, Richard Boston, John Denton, Simon Bolton, Lee Gage and the rest. Mark Allen is on the second last row, 50 odd karts between him and a win. This 250 national class is the largest class at Silverstone this afternoon. 60 karts on the final, about 20 disappointed, won't get into the final from the heats. That's Nigel Purifat right at the back, and here's the pace car. Stephen Webb leading the pack round behind the pace car. The SP on his number plate indicates he won here at Silverstone in 1993 when it was designated the Super Prix. Round into Luffield 1, the karts begin to bunch up for the start. They creep down to the start line. The pace car's pulling off into the pits. 60 right feet waiting to squeeze the throttle pedal down to the stop, waiting to be unleashed by the green light. Round they come, feet poised, clutches slipping, and the green light goes on, and they're off. And Denton's made a good start from the second row. Stoney as well, that's 74. Oh dear, yeah, that's Richard Boston. He's gone wide, but he will recover. As the 60 karts thunder up towards Maggots, here they come, and it looks like Stoney in the lead. Yes, Stoney's snatched the lead. Babington's close behind as they pour around Beckett's. And we follow Paul Cheatham down Club Straight. So it's Stoney, Denton, Babington. They've pulled a few kart lengths over the rest of the screaming pack. Round Luffield 1, the first three have broken away already. Into Luffield 2 and down to Woodcote. The karts will be coming up towards about 135 miles an hour as they come down this main straight. These are single cylinder 250cc two-strokes. But 14's in trouble, that's David Maxim and Jamie Vale as well, right on the start-finish line. And obviously Vale is out. Yeah, Vale's okay, he's okay. The yellow flags are out for the incident, but Denton's in front now. John Denton in front, Stoney and Babington chasing hard. Denton in front. Stoney's tucked into his rear bumper. Into Woodcote again. Denton a few karts a length ahead of Stoney, but Stoney's making up the ground. Babington behind them. And there's Stephen Webb. He's trying hard to catch the leaders again. And that's Mark Allen. Oh, Mark Allen's gone wide in his efforts to get back in touch with get through the pack and back in touch with the leaders. But he falls back into line. There's a support vehicle now at the scene of Maxim's accident. All the yellow flags are out. There's no overtaking at this point. Denton's still in front. Stoney chasing him hard. Babington's third, Webb's fourth. And there's an accident vehicle coming round Woodcote. That's incredibly dangerous. It's just on the racing line. That kart just missed him. The white flag's out as well, indicating a slow vehicle on the track. Denton in the lead from Stoney. See him working at the steering wheel round there. Nicholas Vaughan's had a spin. I think he's stalled. Yes, he's getting out. He's given up. Back to the leaders. Stoney on the inside takes the lead. Later on the brakes at Brooklands. Denton has a go up the inside, but no, he hasn't got the line. Round to come again. Now there'll be no passing here. They're bound to be on the yellow flags at this time. There they are, double yellows now. Apparently David Maxim has had a leg injury. That's Howard Spooner. He's dumped it in the gravel, end of his race. Yes, apparently David Maxim's had a leg injury and they don't want to move him, hence the accident vehicles at the side of the track. So Denton's back in the lead. Stoney in front, followed by Denton, very close. Now they can't pass from there. You see the yellow flags. Here the two leaders come, very, very close. There'll be a green flag at the end of this straight. That's the only opportunity to go out and pass. And Denton grabs it. Out of the slipstream, past Stoney, and there's yellow flags on the way up to Maggots now. That means nearly all the track's covered by yellows at this time. And Denton's gone past these back markers on the yellows. I can't see him getting away with that at the end. The clerk of the course will have something to say. The marshals were on the track, helping a vehicle, and he's passing again. Again he's passed on a yellow. And Stoney passes right on the start line. Oh, I think there's going to be trouble for these leaders when they come in. Each marshal's post got an observer to note down any misdemeanors of the drivers. Of course, the back markers are going a lot. Oh, Stoney's hit. He's gone up the inside of Denton. He's lost time. He's lost places. That's certainly put him back down. I don't think he'll be able to get back up to the lead now. So Webb and Babington take up the chase. They're closing in on Denton, but it's John Denton. John Denton ahead. And he's going to win. John Denton wins. A terrific drive from him. However, the yellow flag incidents were noticed and the first 8 were excluded, leaving a surprised Mark Allen to win the 250 National Kart Grand Prix for the 4th time on his own manufactured Jade Kart. In second, Martin Pluck. Third is Paul Eaton. Fourth is young James Woolhead in a Formula 1. Fifth, Barry Sheriff. And in fact, Mark Allen was the first non-Rotax driver in the class. Martin, you're on pole position. You weren't quite so quick in the first heat, but you were very quick in the second heat, and you led by a long way in the pre-final. Did you find something between these?
Well, the first heat we tried another engine. It should have been quicker, and as often is the case, it sort of wasn't quite as quick as the other one. So we went back to the sort of second backup, which has done us admirably. It went great in the pre-final, and we hope it's just going to hang on for another 18 laps in the final.
Martin, you're quietly confident on the pole position then?
Well, I think the problem is with superkart racing is it is so close that you can never be quietly confident. And although it may seem that you've got a good lead in other races, in this race everyone will be doing everything they can to sort of beat me, and I'm sure that it won't be quite as easy as it looks at the moment.
How much effect does slipstreaming have on the karts at Silverstone?
Well, slipstreaming, like any form of motor racing, slipstream is very important on karts. You can easily gain half a second, 3/4 of a second by being in someone's slipstream. So often what happens is the quickest person gets out the front and he pulls the rest of the field along with him. The idea is to try and get the brakes so they can't get in your slipstream.
Martin, thanks very much. Good luck for the final. Tremendous dice there in the pre-final with Perry Gronstra. Did that lose you a bit of ground on the leader?
No, we just don't seem to be as quick as Martin for some reason, and we haven't been able to find out why yet, I'm afraid.
Have you done anything for the final?
We've only made a few little changes, and obviously I'll try my best, but it's going to be a hard job, I think. We just have to hope he gets tired over the last 5 laps.
What do you think of the change in the circuit since you were last here?
It's much better now. It's not so bumpy anymore, and it's I think it's much safer, especially the corner here down after the Copse corner.
Does Copse give you overtaking possibilities still?
For me, still, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Perry, thank you very much. So we talked to Martin Hines and Paul, Simon Cullen on grid 2 and Perry Gronston on grid 3. The front row of the Formula E final, the last of the Woolwich British Kart Grand Prix. And it's Cullen, Hines, Gronston, Roberts and Mead as we watch. And coming up towards Maggots. It's Cullen in front, followed by Hines. Then Gronstra, and the whole thundering pack round the Beckett's apex. That's Andrew Scott, the tail end. Here we come, and it's Hines. Just look at Hines diving down the inside there, taking the place away from Simon Cullen as they go into Luffield 1. Round Luffield 2, into Woodcote, Hines ahead. Cullen second, Gronstra third. But Cullen's back in the lead again. At Copse, Cullen dives out, takes the lead away again from Hines. Hines in pursuit. Up the hill towards Maggots. Into Beckett's. Cullen in the lead. Hines in second. Down the club straight. This seems to be where Hines has got his engine sorted out now. He's got that little bit of extra power at the end of the straight, and he dives out again, late on the brakes. Look at the kart twitching. Round again, ahead of Cullen. Hines back into the lead. So we've got Hines, Cullen, Gronstra. Ian Shaw, yes, Ian Shaw, followed by Stuart Mead. And Hines is in the lead, he's holding it now. Cullen second, but Cullen's looking, Cullen's having a look on the run up to Maggots. Yes, he's pushed up the inside, he's going to take it back from Hines. Hines won't be pleased, he'll be having another look at Brooklands again. Here he comes, again late on the brakes. And again he takes it. It is incredible, the old master Martin Hines. He seems to pull that out every time at Brooklands. And this time, Cullen didn't quite keep up with him. It's just possible that this time Hines has broken the slipstream. We'll see what it's like when they get down to Copse again. Yeah, Hines, Cullen, Gronstra. Still together, there's still a chance here for Simon Cullen and his Anderson. He's chasing Martin Hines at his it. That was Stuart Mead at the tail end of that leading pack. Down the club straight, into Brooklands once more. No need for Hines to do anything this time. He's in the lead, he's in command. The kart will be on now. Sometimes the drivers set the karts to last the race, sometimes they set them to get a quick getaway at the beginning. Depends a lot on tyre pressures. Now Hines is starting to deal with the back markers. Just look at the man in action there. And he's scything his way through the back markers, down Club Straight. He seems to be well ahead now. You have to be very, very fit to drive one of these karts. They've got the acceleration and brakes of a Formula One car. These twin-cylinder 250cc Rotax engines are pushing out nearly 80 brake horsepower. Top speed, 160 miles an hour at a track like Thruxton. Here, perhaps 135, 140. This 18-lap final's about 30 miles long. Hines round Copse, just touching the curb on the outside, inch perfect nearly every lap. There's the chase. Cullen and Grunstra's up the inside. There's a back marker in the way, and Grunstra takes the right decision. He gets through, and he's through into second, and Cullen's made a mistake there. Cullen's down the outside, and that's Andrew Scott and Mark France in trouble. But Martin Hines, the master, he's well ahead. He swoops round for the last time to take the checker on his zip kart. Comes round Luffield 2, the checkered flag ahead. A tremendous win for Martin Hines. An 18-lap final, the checker comes out, and Martin Hines flashes over the line, followed by Perry Grunstra from the Netherlands on his Viper, Simon Cullen and an Anderson in third, Stuart Mead was fourth on a PVP, and Trevor Roberts fifth. That was an excellent result for Trevor on another zip. Martin Hines, hand in the air, acknowledging the crowds. And with a wave, he cruises into Parc Fermé to be weighed and checked by the scrutineers. Another exciting Grand Prix over. Just be there next year.